Hi guys, welcome to another, what's it called? I can't remember. Huh? Something clever. Today it is an awesome one because we're going to work with Mvelopes, which is a budgeting app, and it is awesome. So here we go. Mvelopes. Oh, you don't have to see this. Here we are. Normally, if you would have your bank account importing into Mvelopes, then you would have a list of transactions that you would be able to categorize here. First, you have your menu over here, and you can see pending envelopes, adjust income. What I do is, this is how you add an expense to an envelope. Amount, done. Pay, Joe. Date, yesterday. Account. Now this is our funding account, so we call it cash. So it was from cash. The envelope, where are we gonna put it? This is why this is so cool. It's like really intuitive. These are the ones that you mostly use, so you can pick. Just scroll down, pick your envelope. And next, if it was a check, which it wasn't, it was off of a debit card, so we are not going to use a check. The note, he was a jerk, don't pay him ever again. And you can take a picture of your receipt. For those of you that don't want to mess with having 3 different programs that you use for budgeting or whatever, you can do basically everything out of Mvelopes. So once you're done, you save the transaction, puts it into your envelope, information at a glance.
Hey guys, it's Christina here. Sorry, David's mic got screwed up, so I'm going to take over this portion of the video. Right now we're here at Mvelopes.com. And as you can see, we're in the budget and budget section. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of a real look into our finances. As you can see here, this is what we budget each month for the different categories. We have a couple different groups over here. We have bills, which is things that are recurring that we have to pay, like we don't have a choice on paying them. Every day is stuff that varies a lot, and it's things largely that we can kind of choose how much we spend each month. Goals, which is stuff that we're saving towards. Right now we just have the little savings goal. And then periodic is things that happen periodically. So it's stuff that throughout the year happens, but that we don't necessarily have a set budget for. So what we do is just kind of take a guesstimate and budget for these things. They're basically like little mini savings accounts because the envelopes just roll over with this amount each month. So then over here you can see that there are totals for this quarter if we don't spend money out of these envelopes, which most of the time we do. Over here you can see that you can manage the groups, or you can add an envelope or group. The majority of this stuff you can do from your phone, and the design is a little bit nicer on your phone, but for our purposes, it felt like in the beginning easier to just set it all up here. So what we're doing is just adding a cash account. You could also add in your bank account and have it connected to your bank account, so then all the transactions would show up and you would be able to categorize things that way. It's a little bit easier. What we do is enter things manually on the phone. So basically the benefit I think to doing things online is it's just a little bit faster to move around, in my opinion. And then also you have access to all these reports and stuff. So you can check on your current balances really easily. You can also see that quickly on your phone on the go. A lot of people wouldn't have this many envelopes or categories in their budget. The main reason we do that is because we've been budgeting for so long. And we just like to be able to see at a glance the different areas that our money is going toward. I feel like that makes it a little bit easier to be able to see quickly where you can easily cut down if you need to. Like some people would put toiletries, household, groceries, maybe all in the same thing. But for me, I like to see them separately so that I can see when I'm making changes to our lifestyle, how that affects our overall budget. I just feel like for me personally, it's easier to track. There are really a ton of details that you could go over with this stuff. Mvelopes does have a YouTube channel that you can check out for little tutorials. Really, I just kind of wanted to show you a little bit of a breakdown of our personal budget. Something that I think is helpful to take note of is that, for example, our auto insurance. That is something that is periodic. It doesn't come out every month, but it is required. What you can do here is pick how often it actually happens, and then the system will automatically break that amount down. See here we have it broken down to $35 a month. So that amount is automatically going to be there unless we don't follow our envelope system properly. It'll be ready to pay once we get to that bill. Something else that is helpful to take note of is that there is this sweep option. Basically, what that means is that you can transfer money between envelopes. This one is set to no because it's electricity and gas. We're not going to use electricity or gas money for other things. However, ones that we might choose to transfer between would be, for example, entertainment. Miscellaneous particularly is sort of meant for that. Say that we have a month that we buy more bulk groceries, for example, and we want to have a little more to spend than this normal allotment. We might take a little bit out of miscellaneous. So what we would do is actually transfer it from miscellaneous over to groceries, because we still want to see it categorized as groceries. We still want to be able to see a realistic average of what we spend in these different categories. So that's why we would actually transfer it over to groceries instead of just taking it out of miscellaneous. But the miscellaneous is basically like a slush fund that kind of carries some of these other ones. That's just a little bit of a look into our personal budgeting. I hope that's helpful.
So that's why we love envelopes. As you can see, envelopes is going to save you a ton of time. It is super easy to use. You can breeze through the process of adding entries into your budget. You have the amount of money left in your budget there at a glance. And it just makes budgeting simple and easy to do. And now you don't have any excuses. So stay clever. As always, remember, comments down below, and have a great week. Hi guys. Hi. Okie dokie. Mvelopes.